Hi, my loves. I'm Rosalind Fung, a spiritual visionary business coach. And today I have a client spotlight with my soul sister, soulmate client, Ali Wilks. Ali is a
Hello.
certified successful step family strategist and couples coach. Ali has transformed her own stepmom challenges into her passion and purpose and created the successful stepmom retreats and successful step couple retreats. That's really amazing, Ali. I'm so excited about you to
Yeah, thank
pull
you.
these out. They're incredible. And Ali is also the owner and developer of the Soulful Stepmom. Your work is deeply important. Welcome, love. So,
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. I'd love for you to share what were some of
hmm
the like why did you decide to work with me?
Oh, it's rather a spiritual kind of story, oddly enough. You and I had seen you in a few different settings, I guess you could say. And I there was just some draw with you, and you and I had actually chatted about this at one point in time, and I said, it feels like I know you from somewhere. And so I was at an event with you and a few other soulful business builders, not entrepreneurs, but help supporting entrepreneurs in kind of just expanding and growth and all of that stuff. And so I actually intuitively put it out to the universe. I'm like, who should I be working with? Because I felt, in this situation that there was a couple of people that I could work with. And so I said, universe, show me a clear sign. And I said, for Rosalind, I want to do this. And for the other person, I would like a sign of this. And immediately, like I said, it was an owl. And immediately when I got home, there was a whole show on owls. And I thought, okay, that's really crystal loud and clear. Um, but honestly, so it was like a soul question in terms of guidance. I mean, like I said, I had been drawn to you anyways, just in terms of your vibrancy, your personality, and just like I said, I felt like I had known you. And so I felt really comfortable and safe, which is so super beneficial, because in that work that I was doing in your Client Attraction Academy, you need to really feel safe in order to do the digging in that I personally had to do. So it was super important for that safety and just the entire tone of your course. But we'll get into that in just a minute because I mean I know that's some of the other questions.
Thank you for sharing that. And I just love how
Yeah.
you asked for signs and you got the clear sign. That just lights up my soul. That's so incredible. I think that's such an amazing
Mm,
tool that many people can take away with as well. And that's beautiful about the safety because that is always the foundation of
yeah.
who I am and my purpose and holding space. So thank you, love. And
Yeah,
what
my
were some
pleasure.
of the challenges that you were experiencing before you joined Client Attraction Academy, both in your limiting beliefs, your mindset, and your business itself?
Yeah. So as I said, just being knowing that, not being a knowing, but just having that affirmation really from the universe that this was the right path that I needed to go on. That kind of is self-explanatory in and of itself because it was like I didn't trust myself. So that was one of the biggest things in terms of my mindset. I didn't trust myself. So it was kind of like that imposter syndrome was really showing up. And I in your Client Attraction Academy, I really started to recognize how much that imposter syndrome was really showing up and where I was really self-sabotaging. So that program really highlighted for me that wow, I'm letting this self-saboteur, and I think we talked about it in terms of driving that bus. And so that was really a key piece for me is trusting myself, trusting my intuition, feeling safe, like you said, or like I said when we talked about the program. Just not only was it safety, Rosalind, it was the encouragement for us to shine our lights. So I felt that by you shining your own light and being confident in shining your light, it was like it resonated, and it was permission
Mhm.
for me to do the same and shine into my own light and feel confident in who I am. And as a matter of fact, I'm just going to kind of launch into what was my biggest takeaway. It was
Excellent.
feeling, yeah, it really was. I think it was I went into this with a business mindset
Mm,
to do growth and expansion and really ascension.
yes.
But what came out of it was more than what I expected.
Mm,
So I went in with the business orientation of moving forward, but it really was a personal growth as well as a business. And I mean, to be honest with you, they're very closely linked together. In terms of my personal growth, it helped my business expand. And so, because I trusted myself more and saw that you were doing it so confidently and shining in your light, and so providing that opportunity for us to all rise up. And I think even having the other entrepreneurs with us in the group also helped build that kind of container where we were all like leveling each other up, and we were um, inspiring each other to kind of rise up and do more and be more. So it, as much as I'd like to say it was solely you, it wasn't just you. It was
it
the
was
whole
not.
kind of,
That's right.
yeah. And it was like it was really a great feeling to be part of a group of people, like-minded people who are spiritually oriented. And yeah, it was so amazing to watch other people in their growth, and it was just so exciting to be part of that process with other people. So
I love
yeah.
that you shared that, Ali, because that is what Client Attraction Academy is all about. Is it's not just about business. The foundation is about our beliefs and our mindset, because our business will go only as far as our psychology takes us. And then the beautiful sacred container of the group, because oftentimes, just like you shared, the ahas, the breakthroughs don't come from me. It comes from each of you helping each other
Mhm.
level up through sharing vulnerability, and then sharing what ideas that we're bouncing ideas. And it's just like
Oh yeah.
we span so big, and so much outside of ourselves in terms of ways and how we think differently that we never thought about before. So it's so powerful to be in a container, and this is why I love bringing such beautiful souls together. Yay.
Yeah.
And so, for some people who may be watching and they've maybe been following me for a while,
Hmm.
considering to work with me, what would you say in terms of, like, hey, some things to consider? What sort of advice would you give them?
So like I said, one of the things that I really noticed was how I finally gave myself permission to just step out of my own way and trust that this was where I needed to go and how I needed to level up. Um, and so for somebody who's kind of was like me, so you said, what if somebody's been following me and kind of watching what I've been doing and been inspired by me, but hasn't really acted on that? It's just knowing that, trusting that you have created this opportunity in a safe way. Because for me, it was about fear.
Mhm.
And for me, it was just putting it aside and really fully committing to myself. That for me was the biggest piece that I had to park, was my fear, and just embracing my fear and just doing it and embracing not
Saying
just
yes
the
to your
fear.
yes, your big
What's
soul
that?
mission. Saying yes to your big soul mission.
Yeah, absolutely. Because for me, it's like if you want to level up and stop playing small, this is the place to do it. And I think fundamentally, that was a key piece for me, is just putting that fear aside, embracing it, and going in and shining your light and not being afraid to do it.
That's amazing, love. And are there any results you
Yeah.
want to share, more tangible results in terms of, your programs that you've created, the clients you've attracted? What would you like to say about that? because some
Oh my
people
gosh.
just know
So
the
it's
actual uh, statistics or
yes.
the actual tangibles.
The you know what's the most amazing thing is like I said, being in the academy really was kind of the trigger point for a whole lot of kind of like an evolution for me in terms of, so let me backtrack a little bit and explain. I started out just being a successful step couple strategist. So I got clear on my vision,
Mhm.
but I also felt, as a result of taking the academy, I felt safe enough and comfortable enough to actually evolve into the soulful stepmom. So that was it, it was a journey, but I was out going for a walk and I got this huge download about this is what you're meant to do. And I don't think I would have found that clarity of vision and clarity of niche and
Mhm.
clarity of reaching into my soul and knowing that this is really what I wanted to do. And
Mhm.
I really feel now like my business is expanding and I'm getting so many ideas, and it's just a process of it's nonstop growth, really, in so many different ways, not only with clients,
Yes.
but it's really been the impetus to start this whole big movement that I've got going forward. Like it was
Beautiful.
taking the Client Attraction Academy was just pivotal in getting that. Like it's just the momentum. I'm getting, oh my gosh, Rosalind, I'm getting so many like leg tingles and crown chakra tingles right now as I'm talking.
Love it.
But just trust your guts and trust that this is the place that you need to show up and shine and to put the
Absolutely.
fear aside and yeah, embrace.
And what you've really done is you've created the solidary foundation of your business,
Mhm,
which is
mhm.
everything, like putting stake in the ground. And then as you're
Ah, yeah,
unfolding, emerging, like this is just the beginning. So this is so exciting as you're attracting and
mm,
monetizing on your calling. This is incredible. So I'm so
yes,
happy for you. I acknowledge
yeah,
you. And yes, do those of you who are really feeling called to connect with Ali for whatever reason, I'm going to drop the links for her media, social media handles. And if you feel called to connect with me for Client Attraction Academy, you know where I'm at. All right. Thank
beautiful.
you. Thanks, Ali.
Thank you, Rosalind.